So I just found that with this, as we get to halfway up, your muscles connect so powerfully with your nervous system that the message is printed. This movement is saying, if I'm putting a stump on your nervous system, this movement is going, here we go. Boom, here you are. You connect with that flexibility from the scorpion a little bit more. But let me show you what I mean by trying to keep the leg completely without momentum. And that's kind of the last posture for this. Remember, this is an exercise, so it's not how the movement will be in the end. You will use the momentum, but you are deliberately taking the momentum away so you can explore much more the possibilities, okay? Strengthen the body. Okay. So the one thing to really watch here, guys, is if you watch that bent leg, I think from this perspective is my right leg, which is my right leg that is bent, and that leg stays bent as I take off to do the move. So look at that, that leg stays bent. That is how you train the nerve system, by kicking the other leg behind like a scorpion tail, hence the movement scorpion. And by trying to maintain the leg there, I literally power up the nervous system and increase strength and flexibility on your shoulders. Now, maybe you won't be able to get there first, so you're going to do a small jump, just halfway up and down. But this is a movement that should build up. Perhaps for safety, you have a wall behind you, so you're not going to fall backwards. And if you are a complete beginner in handstands, then perhaps this is not the movement for you yet, as you need some guidance into how to build to that. And another point is that I am deliberately tucking the chin in slightly. So I'm even looking at the ceiling over there. I am not looking at the floor. We've got plenty of time to work this. So go aim, down. I was telling my students yesterday in this class that I was going to do a slow motion part. And obviously the slow motion is so you can pick up more details. Now I am using the arms here in a different way. Look how low, as I transition from one side to the other, look how low the hands are. I'm perhaps going a little lower than I would, but it's just so I can really understand that figure of 8 that is created in the movement. Now this class was about how do I master the middle range of my game. The middle range, I mean many things with that, but one thing that I mean is something between the extremes of fast and sharp and slow and fluid. So I'm trying to find ways where every time I transition from one movement to another, that middle range is really well looked after. It creates a lot of opportunities in the game when you can do that. And I'm using my arms as the main tool for that. So as I lift and push the chest forward now, I did a full turn into that meia-lua de frente. Now, of course, in the game, it may not be like that because you're moving around in a roda. Please consider the fact that we are facing forward throughout this whole sequence. So we're learning everything almost in one dimension, really, because everything is focused to one point in the front. But that can be a positive thing because it forces me to go further into my kick. So I'm blending into a chamada. So that's just a way to enter. I'm talking more about the physicality of the chamada here rather than the etiquettes, how you'd use in a game for now. And then I blend that open arms of chamada straight into a ginga. The ginga blends straight into the floor, into a rolê, as you can see. I'm bringing the leg in, turn into a rolê, and yet again, I'm referring all to one point, which is the front, of course. Perhaps in the game, the person will be moving around and the rolê will take a different shape, will take a different form. This movement is what I call the currupio. In this case, it's an inverse currupio. It looks very much like a rabjahaya with a bent legs. Oh, the purpose of this movement is just to spin around the spot. Remember, we're talking about the mid part of your game. So spinning around in the center. And then here I'm using a movement that I think is quite clever and quite beautiful, which is to enter from a rasteira that folds the body in. You're going to see in a minute. And from that, we go into a bananeira. So you see that rasteira now, right leg comes in. And then the same rasteira leg goes up into a bananeira. I'm trying to use a little bit of the scorpion idea of the bananeira that we practiced earlier. coming back down.